Chris Matthews was on Aura TV talking with Larry King, and the topic of hosts having pressure put on them by their network to sort of cater ideologically to the audience came up. Now, he originally wanted to talk about Megyn Kelly, which we're going to get to, but eventually the question was flipped around on him, and he might have revealed something that we've speculated on here ourselves. So let's watch Chris Matthews.
And I'm watching Fox. Will, Megyn Kelly be able to stay in the middle? Or will she move over? Will she move over? Will she have to move over them? And look at Greta. Greta was more in the center left. Now she's moved over. There's a lot of group pressure in those places. In any place you work. Oh, I feel it. I think it's there. I mean, I think you know your audience. You know who you're talking to. I always know who I'm talking to.
So, not just at Fox News, he admits at MSNBC they also feel that pressure.
Yeah. So I'm amused by several parts of the story. First of all, like that Megyn Kelly's in the middle.
I know.
Oh, God.
Where did that come from?
It comes from putting Karl Rove in his place on election night. That's it. That's largely it. And standing up for working women, like, you know, how about whether women can earn more than men, and whether that's demasculating.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So on Fox News, if you're not insane, well, you're kind of in the center.
Or if you're not insane, twice.
If you're in the right, you're in the center of sanity and insanity. Right in the middle. Right in the middle. The second thing I was amused by is I love Larry King, and he's 98, you know, and he's not literally like you think. Maybe he might literally be 98. Okay.
Not a gray hair though.
Yeah. And but what I love about him is as my nephew said, like he just keeps chopping. Like he's on he's on Aura TV or whatever that is, and you know, and he's chopping. He's doing interviews. He's in there, right? Yeah. And I know we took a terrible snippet there for him, but it was like, and Chris is like, I got it, okay. And then he answers the question.
Chris was a bit slurry there too, I noticed.
Well, but he talks fast, like that. So now the third thing I'm amused by is that we're going to Chris Matthews for what happens at MSNBC. I was at MSNBC.
No. Let the masters explain.
If anything, doesn't this interview give you a little bit of justice? Because regardless of how much credibility you have and what you went through, I mean, now you have someone who currently works for MSNBC who's basically reinforcing what you had previously said.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but get ready. But what are we? I mean. No shit. I mean, what was revealed here? He doesn't say. He didn't actually say what you said, and which I take everyone who's smart knows is true. But that there's pressure to do what the White House says, just to be more partisan. It's a liberal network. Every primetime host is liberal. You know, there's degrees of whether they're true progressives or whether they'll get angry at Obama from the left. But I mean. It's a liberal network, and of course, there's pressure. You wouldn't get hired unless you were.
But that's interesting. Let me address both those things you guys brought up. No, Anna, you're right. I mean, so some people, because I left in a interesting way, will say, oh well, maybe he's bitter or something like that, and will reduce my credibility. And I wasn't there as long as Chris Matthews has been there, right? So to have somebody else confirm it is very relevant, right? Number two, to Ben's point, Ben, what's interesting about it is. The anchors know that, and then they start to bend, right? And they bend in that direction. I don't know if they bend in a direction they were already inclined towards, or sometimes they bend in a direction they weren't already inclined towards. Like Greta Van Susteren, I feel like if she was on MSNBC, she would have bent the other way. She's on Fox News, she bends to the right. So I don't know what Chris Matthews' real opinions are. Yeah. I know he loves politics. I know he also loves the establishment, like whoever's in power. We've covered it for decades now. I mean, literally, right? And when he was towel snappy with Bush and he loved Bush, and now all of a sudden he loves Obama.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he thought Bush should go on Mount Rushmore if they held elections in Iraq, and they held elections in Iraq, right?
Unbelievable.
So
now it's paradise.
So it's fascinating.
He was always against the war.
Yeah, always against the war, except for the times he was for it. So it's fascinating to see him say and admit, hey, you know what? Yeah, we bend.
Yeah, but also, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so he sort of admits that there's this pressure to be partisan, and it's not entirely clear there. I mean, I guess they're implying sort of a party-based thing, but I think he's talking more ideological there.
Right. That's why it didn't resonate at all.
Exactly. But the thing is that they're having this conversation, and the big headlines are, oh my God, he's revealing this stuff. But he's not talking about the actual biases that matter, like you said, like the bias towards the establishment, towards whenever it's like a a group on the left, the equivalent of the Tea Party, comes up, Occupy Wall Street and things like that. Like, oh no, don't worry about them. Like, there are much more important biases than, oh God, we got to argue about Democrats and Republicans.
I feel like that and I don't really know Aura TV, but that Larry King is,
it's his network,
right,
actually, that he started.
Representative of being like 14 years too late. Like, you know, he's like, cable news isn't what it was when I started. Now it seems like there's people from the right and people from the left, and they just argue.
So they should have had this conversation during the first crossfire.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's right, Larry. That's right. MSNBC is a liberal network. Fox is a conservative network, but they're not equal, by the way. But that's not a distinction that I'm not going to be prepared for anybody to make.
Yeah.
Just going back to what Chris Matthews said in that clip, there was this one tiny little part where he said, "I know my audience," and that actually that was really, really apparent to me, because the network might push a certain bias, but at some point it changes who your audience is, and it kind of like makes your audience very concrete in what their beliefs are. So you are forced to cater to them. Even if you disagree with whatever viewpoint they're in favor of, you don't want to go against what your audience wants to hear. So they have a very pro-Obama audience. Anyone who says anything against it will experience a drop in their ratings. That's just the way it works.
So that's a great point, Anna. So a lot of this is not just management, it's the audience, right? And so you get two types of signals when you're at a cable network like MSNBC. One is from management, hey, take it easy there, okay? And remember who the home team is. You'll get things like that are said, right? And then the second notes you get is from your audience. So when I went against Obama, my ratings would drop. Now, I didn't care. I would say, look, I want to do an interesting, exciting, honest show, and I think in the long run the audience will be there. And I think I was proven right. In the last quarter, we were incredibly strong, right? But in the short term, when you see them dip, every anchor panics. I mean, look, what's fascinating is that inside the building, everybody looks at the ratings. So if you had a good night the night before, people literally high-five you in the hallways. They're like, hey, how you doing? Hey, Uygur, what's up?
And if
we should start doing
that. And if you had a bad night, everybody's like,
looking away.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
averting their eyes.
Cenk, we were talking about people who day trade earlier today, and like the cable news world, they're like day traders, like they're like bad day traders. Like, if you make an investment, it's for the long haul. You got to be able to withstand the fluctuations, and they are not able to withstand the fluctuations.